play in the mid lane, it's going to just give her more targets.
Yep, give her an option to not let my Shiranui roam really fast because her wave clear is also very strong. So that's the reason why this is going to be a challenge. Twisted Minds does have a lot of pickup potential, has a lot of carrying potential with the Marco Polo Yario, which is the first time we've seen from Twisted Minds. And OG just going with a classic. They have the Pay Byron, they have good invade power, and now game number 2 is underway. Everybody, OG versus Twisted Minds. Who do you got? Drop it in the comment sections.
If you want to go ahead and get an everything box as well here, there's a code on screen, and action has started already. I gotta say, composition wise, I really like OG's composition. I gotta give them the edge here. It is so well rounded. It is good at what it wants to do, and it is good at not allowing the enemies to want what to do what they want to do here. But let's see how Twisted Minds navigates the Yaria Marco Polo. They opt for the lane swap to try and put Keke behind.
Yeah, good denial here for Kaka on the top side, because what they want to do is deny him any space. And what I like about this is that Marco Polo Yaria is also very good at moving around. He has the dash, he could move from lane to lane, and not letting Kaka, or at least not fighting against the Long, is already good, because you're in a range disadvantage if you fight them there.
For sure here, and I gotta say, Keke's been doing very well, right? He shoved away, he was able to secure his own monsters as well when coming up here with some aid on the Milady to try and get that space right. It is now a 2v2, and they have to be very careful on that Twisted Minds there, right? Marco Polo early game, ooh.
So scary.
Nightly outputting a lot of damage onto On there, but it's okay. On goes in, backs up, and heals it back up here. He has Muchin here ready, though.
Does he have stacks, though? That's the question. I think he doesn't really have a lot of stacks now. He has to just run away. And now just got the bullying back against them. Very early in the game, it's not going to be an invade angle, right? Because the Agudo's wave clear is as fast as the Pay. So it's not going to be easy to go for an invade.
Yeah, there's not going to be much stuff left to invade there, right? So Pei is going to have to be more proactive this game and get his advantage via just outright killing their opponents. And look at that. Pei Byron partnered up together in the Clash lane. Marco Polo Yaria, that's a good combo too, but not at this time in the game here.
Yeah, it's going to be hard though. I think they need to get the Snowball and Shanks first before they get this. What a good flash in from Kaka. Had to force the Purifier here from Shanks.
If he did not immediately purify there and hesitated just a moment, Dao was in the wing, ready to pounce on him there. But amazing play from Shanks, immediately purifies into the dash away. And, you know, Keke's flash, it was kind of burnt for not much.
Flash or purify is not much of a trade. Bot lane is going to be there, has to force a flash away from On. Dao is here in action. Hailang, 90, even had to flash off, but On also burned his.
For sure. Dao was going all around the map, not really able to make anything happen so far. You know, he's still looking for that angle. He's not behind. It's just that he's not able to find that opening yet, right? Shanks slowly farming up here as well. I'd say Marco Polo is going to be difficult to pilot this game. Look at this composition on the side of OG. They have Keke to disrupt him. They have Wen. They have Muchin. Even Long can go ahead and disrupt him out of his ultimate with the crowd control that he has there. So you're gonna have to find that spot where everyone's kind of not looking at you to go in.
Yep, challenging. Verdant Protector had to be used for ACC to be safe from here. And they didn't really go away from the Clash lane, right? They were just here the whole time.
Yeah, they're making sure that Keke gets a good game here because he was one of the pivotal reasons they won last game, right? They don't want Twisted Minds to be able to just force a 2v1 and negate his impact from the game. So they always make sure to give him a lot of pressure. So even though they are 2v1 outside Twisted Minds, they can't really like overextend on Keke, right? Because Wen or Dao could always be in the wing ready to turn it.
5 seconds, Tyrant. Shanks is not here, so this time it's going to be a free take for Dao. Level 8 already, so he has the level advantage. But that's just going to be easy. Also, couple it with a Milady. This is going to be an easy take for them. That's going to be a take for them. They have the course mobilization, force splash out of one. And now onto the backline, they go with Hailang, but they're not going to be hitting their targets. But here it comes, Mighty is just going to push back on. Well, was able to get the first blood anyway. Dao is running for his life. And it's still good because they got the first blood.
Dao on the back there, taking out Hailang. It was focused on running away from the side of his team on the top side. Forgot Dao was on the bottom there.
Yeah, look at the zone here from Kaka. Not taking a lot of damage. He's so tanky. Goes in for the flash. Will he hit them? Wow, he's taking a fight against two people.
creating so much space here, and it's at the perfect time to
Yeah.
when that Crimson Golem
Knock up. Comes in. Kaka has to back off. It's not going to survive that, though. Doesn't have the ult. Muchin has to flash away. Now equalizes it with a 1-for-1.
They actually ended up not getting that Crimson Golem there. Too clean smites it away, but it was great initiative on the side of OG, right? Choosing to force a fight with that Tyrant buff right when the Crimson Golem spawns outside of Twisted Mind. Execution was could have been a little bit better there at the end, as Twisted Minds did end up getting a kill and securing the Crimson buff though. But the idea was there. You can see how OG goes ahead and ticks, right? They know what they're gonna do before it even happens. They plan it in the future. We're gonna take the Tyrant, slow push into their jungle, force a fight there.
Yeah, you can see how tanky Kaka is, right? Because that's the good thing about this, especially when you pick up the Byron. You have like a second tank for the team. You have Muchen, then you have Kaka. Whenever he pops the force field suppression, he becomes a big tank and also steals a lot of move speed from the enemy team.
And he has the initiation potential too to catch the side of Twisted Minds off guard. Once he has that energy built up, he's able to use that skill to flash in, knock him up. We've seen him use it a little bit so far this game. Not much came of it yet, but later on, those are going to be pivotal.
Big item pickup though. Venomous Staff already built by 1. So with this Venomous Staff, not a lot of healing is going to be seen here from the side of Twisted Minds, and that's good. Right now, they're looking at not really big hold advantages there. Kaka being targeted. As I said, the force field suppression gives him so much shield that he's not going to get killed easily. Fever Barrage goes in, but no kills happen.
No kills happen indeed. I'm already seeing that this game is going to have some really long, drawn-out fights, right? You see there, full-on 3v3, 4v4, and no one really went down because both sides are relatively durable. That is where this Milady pick is going to come in here. Having that anti-heal, the burns, that later on the slows in these drawn-out fights is going to be pivotal. KK, once again, trying to make some plays here. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, he's just tanking up a lot of damage. Moonchain is here. Has to flash away, and that's going to be trapping 2 people. Make that 3. ACC is also on the chopping block. He's going to be next. Delete him out of the board. Now Shanks is going to be chased down. He has some dashes to get used. Even a Fever Barrage, but Dow Dow from downtown goes in. Gets 3 kills for the team.
There we go. Dow Dow has absolutely been rolling this game here now. He's level 12 to Clean's level 10. He did not enjoy last game, you know, where he was down 2 levels. This game, he's flipping the script on them. And if he could win while being down 3,000 gold, I'm worried for Twisted Minds what he could do when he's up it.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Highlang, because of the counter that we've seen from 1, you can see the pressure out of the Milady, right? The pushes that they can do. We're still at 7 minutes in the game and we already have 4 towers down. And this is the Milady effect that we're seeing here, everyone.
And he's just been helping out his team, right? This is full damage Milady here so far at this point in the game with the Venomous Staff there. He does so much damage. Those skill ones are very easy to land. You sometimes ignore them in a team fight too. You know, you see the playing 5, I can't really do much about it, but it really adds up. You're gonna see that Wen does a lot of damage in this game overall.
The robots are so annoying. Look at them. They can't even clear that. They don't have the wave clear to clear the robots. That's why they're having such a hard time defending their towers.
On top, you know, you see the playing 5, I can't really do much about it, but it really adds up. You're gonna see that Wen does a lot of damage in this game overall.
The robots are so annoying. Look at them. They can't even clear that. They don't have the wave clear to clear the robots. That's why they're having such a hard time defending their towers.
On top of that as well too, their objective presence is so high. The Milady robots are not affected by something like the Primal Bond, so they could potentially go and get this Overlord here even with that Primal Bond up, and it looks like that's potentially what they're gonna do here. Maybe no, Wen opts to go ahead and play around that bush. And so far, Twisted Mind kind of getting trapped in their base here. We see this is usually a bad sign for teams. When we see them in that position there where they're trapped in their tier 1 side, it's all downhill from there usually.
Very low kill game, right? But you can see the pressure. 5k gold lead on 4 kill or rather 3 kill advantage in this game. And that just shows how they're doing this. Just objective. Highlang's gonna get chased down onto the backline. What a flash from Kaka! And they're gonna go and clean up the back. The rear guard has been breached, and there's nobody here to help them out. OG gonna go to the high ground, and they are destroying the towers 1 by 1, and they're looking to go for the finish. Dropkick is gonna hit the tank. It's not gonna deal a lot of damage. OG is looking for the finish here. They're looking for the wave clear. Shank still has the Fever Barrage, but the tower, the crystal is gonna go go down, and they are gonna take game number 2.
Once again, OG wins a decisive team fight, and we have one of the best heroes to Siege. Last game, they won a team fight, right? They have their Gudo.